A new report says the worst of the foreclosure crisis may be over. The report by Realty Track also shows foreclosure filings plunged 34% last year to the lowest yearly level since 2007. That's before the recession began. Still, there were 2.7 million foreclosure filings in 2011. Nevada had the highest foreclosure rate for the fifth straight year, followed by Arizona and California. On the opposite side, though, North Dakota had the lowest rate, followed by Vermont and West Virginia. Joining me now, real estate attorney Shari Olefson. She's the author of Foreclosure Nation, Mortgaging the American Dream. Shari, thank you so much for your time. So we say,
thanks for having me.
Yeah, we say is the worst over with a question mark, because these numbers, you've got to look really closely at them to determine if in fact this is positive news. What do you say?
Well, it's always better to have positive numbers as opposed to negative, but unfortunately these numbers really reflect much more of a delay in the problem than an actual resolution of the problem. Because if we look at the facts, what we know is we're still in the middle of this adverse feedback cycle, meaning that homes are foreclosed, they're sold at lower prices, they drive down the price of everyone else's home, that causes more foreclosures, and that cycle continues. So we know, for example, that prices will go down further this year, not as much as before, but they will. We know that there are already over 28 million people underwater, meaning they already owe the bank more than their home is worth. So as prices go down further, that number will increase. And we know that that's the number one reason for foreclosure and default at this point. We've already got 3 to 5 million people behind on their mortgage payments.
Yeah, and also we understand that the fixed rate mortgage has once again fallen to a record low of 3.89%. That would be a great opportunity for people if they have the money and can afford to get a new home.
Right, right. And the problem is we still have a problem with consumer confidence. We've got folks, first-time buyers, who are competing for these homes with investors. So investors are all cash buyers. It's a little harder for them to move in and buy. And we're still having about a 30% contract failure rate. So these contracts are falling through for lack of the property appraising or an inability to get a loan. In terms of the foreclosure arena, you know, banks are still struggling with the same kind of issues they've always had. The courts are struggling with the backlogs, and the regulators are even struggling. No one really has an answer.
All right. Thank you very much, Shari. We greatly appreciate you coming on and talking about these numbers for us. Thank you.